Hello, lady, and welcome to In Her Image. Whether this is your first time here, first episode ever, or you've been here for a while but you decided to check this video out, I want to take a few minutes to actually introduce myself, let you know who I am, let you know what In Her Image is all about, and help you figure out where to start because I know that we have a lot going on here, a lot of episodes, and a lot more to come. So, whether you're washing the dishes, taking care of your kiddos, doing the laundry, maybe you're just seated with a cup of coffee, or you're like me and listen to pods on a walk. I would love to invite you to my metaphorical table so that we can have a conversation. I can share all the things about me and In Her Image. And the hope is I get to know you as well over time. So I'm Andrea John. I'm a wife, a mom of two. I have a full-time job as a program manager and process engineer. I co-own a business with my husband that's boat rentals. It's called Fun Float. We co-lead a ministry called Jesus House, and we're currently rebranding to Ripple. And we have a whole rebranding that we're doing that you will hear about in the future. I also am the director of publishing with Paper Crown Media and soon to be a life insurance agent. I have written numerous books. We have In Her Image, sorry, my screen, In Her Image, In His Image, The Journey. And then I also have a book that's a fiction book called Breaking Free. So out of all of those things, my absolute favorite is this right here, In Her Image podcast. This is by far the thing I love to do. It just fuels me, gives me life. I just get so excited about it. And you probably heard me say all the things that I do and all the things I participate in. And you're making the assumption, wow, she has it all together. How does she do all those things? Because there's no way she's involved in all those things without having it all together. She must be so organized. Listen, I'm going to set the stage here right now. I don't have it all together. I never have. I don't. And I don't know that I ever will, but I'm totally okay with that. And that's why this show exists. It exists because a few years ago, I was doing everything that was expected of me as a faithful Christian woman. I was leading a ministry. I was serving, pastoring, counseling, showing up, evangelizing, praying, reading the word, doing all the things. But underneath all of that, I just felt so lost. I didn't know who I was anymore. Well, not really. I knew who I was supposed to be for everyone. I knew what I was supposed to be doing, and I knew the right answers that I needed to give everyone. But there was a part of me that was so tired. I felt dim, so far from who I used to be, who I wanted to be. I didn't even know what I wanted to be, but I just knew that I was far from something. And I didn't even know what I wanted. And as I've counseled women over the years, I really believe that a lot of women are walking around with that, just that. I was not alone. And if you feel that way, you are not alone. And it's very possible that you know exactly what I'm talking about. We do not talk nearly enough about this because Christian women's culture has gotten really comfortable with hype, with breakthroughs, motivational reels, pretty quotes, filters, and just making everything look posh and cool, but not nearly comfortable enough with slowing down and the complexities of figuring things out in life and how it's totally okay. It's not always going to be picture perfect. On this show, within Her Image, all things that we do, you are not going to get AI. You are not going to get super polished. Right now, I do this all on my own. I don't have a team, so I don't have all the cool, fun transitions and all the awesome things. This is real conversation. That's what this show is about. This show is about real, authentic women coming together who love God deeply. Maybe they feel a little tired, a little overwhelming, but they truly want to become who God has made them to be. So here's what In Her Image actually is. It started as a devotional. If you didn't know this, we were a devotional in the YouVersion Bible app. So we were a reading plan. And then it became a book and a podcast. It's a 31-day devotional journey through Proverbs 31 where we explore one character trait of this woman at a time. This is not the version of the Proverbs 31 woman that we've been fed, where it's this impossible standard that we can't meet. You know, the woman who gets up before dawn and she takes care of her home and she runs 3 businesses and she makes her own clothes and she never seems to need rest. She has it all figured out. That version of her was never meant to be a to-do list. That's what we turned her into. The real Proverbs 31 woman, she's not a checklist. She's a mirror. She's a portrait of what a woman becomes when she's living in alignment with who God created her to be. Her strength, wisdom, discernment, her love, her dignity, those aren't qualities that we earn by doing more or becoming someone we're not supposed to be or working harder. They're qualities that emerge when we remember whose image we reflect. That's where the name comes from. In her image. You are who you are because you are made in his image first. Everything in her flows from there first. So the book and the devotional walk through 31 character traits. We talk about character traits like humility and integrity, advocacy, trust, nobility, strength. And we don't ask, how do I do more to become like that? The question that we ask is, what does it look like to remember that it's already there in us? We were already made for this. These character traits are there within us because we are made in the image of God. And this woman in Proverbs 31 is merely a reflection of a woman made in his image. That's what this podcast is rooted in. In every season, we sit with these traits, but we kind of let these conversations breathe. Especially in the beginning. So some weeks it's just me, especially the earlier seasons. We walk through one trait at a time, and each season offers a little bit of a different flavor, little different focus for us to go through on these traits. But in season 4, you're going to see that I also sit down and have conversations with incredible women that I personally know and trust. I know what they've been through in life, and I know that they have gold nuggets of wisdom to share with us about what they have learned related to that specific character trait. I don't have a formula for you. I don't have a 5-step plan. So here you're not going to get a 5-step plan to becoming Proverbs 31 woman. But what we have here are conversations, authentic, real conversations. They're slow, they're honest. Sometimes they're a little hard, sometimes they're a little tender and emotional, but they're the kind of conversation that you have with a friend at a kitchen table, not on a big stage. I am not the big stage kind of person. Have I been on a big stage? Yes. But I prefer the real, raw, authentic conversation where you and I can connect. So that's why I love that each week we can sit down at a table together and have a real conversation about these character traits. So that as we love God and live our lives for him, we can become who he's created us to be in a real setting, not phony, not fake, not fast, but real. Right now, we're in season 4. It's called Formed, Becoming Who God Made You to Be, because that's kind of where the work is right now. This isn't about transforming yourself into someone different that you're supposed to become. This isn't about working harder. This is about becoming who God's created you to be, slowly and in the hands of the one who made you, into who you've actually been all along because this was his design for you. So if that resonates with you, then you're definitely in the right place. Now, if you're new here, you've been here, you know that we have a lot of resources. So where do you actually start? Well, like I mentioned, we're on season 4 right now. So there's a lot of stuff you can go through. So where do you start? Each season is built a little bit different. So instead of giving you a specific place to begin, I'm going to explain to you each season. That way you can start where you are in life and what fits you. Season one is where we began. This is a collection of 31 5-minute devotionals focused on character traits. It doesn't match the book exactly, but it definitely sets the foundation of where the book was birthed from. So if you're new here and you want to get a concept of what if this is all about, or maybe you don't have the book, but you're interested and want to get a taste before you buy it, then this is a great place to start. And it's daily, just a great little way to get into the habit of diving into scripture every day. Season two is a little bit different because it's behind the scenes. All of these are solo episodes, and this was leading up to the launch of the book. So I talk about the principles of the book, what was difficult about it, what went into writing each chapter, and giving you some of the principles that came into the devotional, like what I thought about and how we planned it. So if you're someone who loves to hear the heart behind things, that's a good season for you to start. Season three is probably one of my favorites because it's different. There are 31 5-minute meditations and it aligns with the book. So, this is a great one for those who maybe you're not in the stage of life where you want to go too deep into a teaching, you've got too much going on, but you definitely want to have moments in your day where you can like posture your heart, center yourself. This is a great one because the meditations, they're slow, 5 minutes, doesn't take long, but it definitely leads your heart posture in a certain direction. But it's also good to pair with the book. So if you do have the book or you're planning to get it, this is a great way to enhance the book's experience, adding it to what you're doing every day. So it's just, again, like I said, a great way to like posture your heart in a direction and go a little bit deeper. And season four is where we are now. Like I said, it's called Formed. It's long form episodes because they're conversations. Very few of them are solo, but there are some that are just me. A lot of them are conversations with women that I trust, and I know that they have a lot of gold wisdom. And this is an opportunity for us to hear from them and learn from them what they have learned about those character traits. And sometimes, even with me and talking to them, they offer a little bit of a different perspective, even from what I teach. So it's just good to get a perspective that's different from what we think about. Think about a diamond. I want to know all those facets, right? Because that's who God is. He's not just one facet, he's multiple. You definitely don't need to listen to the show in order. Come and go. They're all independently characterized by the trait. So one of the ways I like to do it, especially with the meditations, is every year I choose 2 to 3 character traits to focus on for the year. There's no way that I can improve or become or explore 31 traits all at the same time. So I tend to take 2 to 3 that I know I need to work on. Like I'm lacking in this area severely and I need help with it. So what I do is I say, okay, 2 to 3, and then I can go back and re-listen to some of those meditations on those character traits because it's just setting my focus, getting my intention into those character traits and helping me zone into them, if that makes sense. So that's just an idea of what I do because I do listen to my own podcast. I know that's a little weird, but I do because, again, especially season four, conversations with different women, and you just get a little something out of it each time. Now, a couple of things before I let you go. We're almost done. So, one, I have the book. If this show resonates with you or what you've heard today resonates with you, then you can walk through the full 31-day journey through the book. It's available on Amazon, Barnes & Noble, all your major box bookstores. If you want a signed copy, you can go to andreajohn.com/resources and you can order your book through there. Each chapter is short, but also has journaling. So you're not just learning, you're getting practical application that helps you apply it to your life. You could do it alone. You could do it with a friend. There's people who actually have book clubs on it or Bible study groups. So it's definitely a good thing to do as a group as well. And we also have a community for the ladies. We have a private Facebook group, so it's secure. I personally approve every single person who comes into the group. Make sure they're not bots, make sure they're not men. This is for the ladies. And it's a place for us to get together, ask for prayer, talk about the episodes. I also am constantly sharing information. Whenever I have something new to share, like we have the 2026 retreat coming up, they get to hear about it first. They are my priority, and I am here for that group. So if you want to get to know me and the ladies better, definitely you can head over there and join us there. And if something on this show meets you somewhere, like you are blessed by it, it helps you, gives you an aha moment. The best way that you can help us keep going and growing is by giving us 2 minutes of your time. So, one, you can leave a quick review on Apple or Spotify or anywhere. We're on Apple Music as well. Anywhere that you, not Apple Music, we're on Amazon Music. Anywhere you listen to the podcast will also be on YouTube. You can leave us a review. Or another thing is you can share it with someone, another woman in your life that you heard it and thought, you know what, I think this would help her so much. Share it. Both help. You can leave comments. Let's interact. All of that helps the podcast go. Remember, I do have a full-time job. I do all of this for free. You're not going to see ads for selling other than me talking about my book, which I really don't make a lot of money on it. Like I said, we are a real, raw, authentic podcast. So I'm always going to be transparent and honest with you. Here's what I want you to hold on to. If you don't remember anything from what I said today, because I know I've been talking for a while, I want you to know that you're not lost, you're not behind, you're not too much, you are not too tired or too busy to come back to yourself. You're not too far gone. I want you to lose those thoughts. I'm here to root for you. And I believe in you, and I know who God made you to be, and I believe that that woman is already there. You were made in his image. You were made with intention. You were made for more. So however you got here today to find this, whether you got here by accident, maybe it was, a for you situation or someone sent it to you, or whatever. I am so glad that you're here. This is Inner Image. I am Andrea John. I cannot wait to get to know you. Let's get started.